Hello watch lovers and welcome to Watches Today. And what have I got for you? I have got a Rolex Explorer 2 226570 2021 new model. I believe it came out in January 2021 and here it is in 3D in a polar white dial. Now I don't know that much of a great difference visually compared to the 216570. The only thing I can possibly see is the lug width here, so it's not as wide as perhaps the previous version, and therefore the way it tapers and it's a bit more, I suppose, slimmer going into the bracelet. Doesn't give it that much of a chunkier sports watch look, and that's the only thing that I can really tell visually. I believe on the black dial the hands have changed colour, but I can only speak for this one I've got. Now it has got a 70-hour power reserve with a new movement as opposed to the 48 hours, so it's kind of bringing it in line with the rest of the range as much as it possibly can. Also, it has got a parachrome hairspring and para something anti-shock. You know, completely the reason that I would have gone and bought this watch is obviously because of this parachromy, hairy, anti-shocky, springy type thing, whatever it is. Completely not my decision to buy this watch at all. But anyway, let's get back to what my channel is about. And it's not about specifications, it's about aesthetics and how it feels on the hand and what it looks like. Now, what I really like about this dial, it is a very crisp white dial, a very I suppose smooth looking, and these indices and the hands that are covered in black really make it pop out. When you see it in the flesh, it's obviously going to be more apparent, but it really does contrast with that white dial. And I really do love the Explorer 2 writing there. I don't know if you can see that, which actually matches the GMT hand, and again this lovely orange. Now some people do actually put either is it an Everest band or a rubber B band in orange to kind of match the GMT hand. I don't know if that's down to you. I just prefer the look as it is. So as we look closer, you'll see, and particularly if I can maybe zoom in here, what you have now on this model is Swiss made with the Rolex coronet in the center at the 6 o'clock position, whereas the 216570 I understand just had Swiss made. So that's perhaps one other way of you being able to tell the difference between the two. So let's have a look at the oyster bracelet. Very nicely tapered and beautifully brushed. The brushed steel is very well done on this bracelet, and I love the way it tapers into the clasp there. However, if you turn the watch to the side, you'll see that whilst the top part, including the strap and the casing, is brushed metal, if you look to the side, it is polished steel, and that carries on all over into the bracelet itself, as you can see there. And of course the clasp here, we've got brushed on the sides, polished, highly polished, and the clasp insert there, that is also polished as well. What does it look like on the wrist? How does it feel? So let's put it on. I've got to say to you, we've got fold over clasp. Again, you've got that little beak and pivot going on there. My favorite feature ever of a Rolex is on the clasp is that raised, not etched, but raised. Yes, so not etched. You can get the edged one maybe on like an Air King or something like that, but I just love the fact that it's applied and it's raised. It's just one of my favorite features of Rolex, I've got to say. And what does it look like? Let's see. So 6.5-inch wrist for those that are new to my channel, and you'll see the way that if you look at it this way, yeah, the way the lugs taper in, it really doesn't make it look like a big watch on the wrist. Now what it does do is it kind of puts the dial out there a little bit more, but it doesn't make it look ridiculously large or out of proportion on the wrist itself. And whereas in some watches that you can see, they really make this part narrower, and the dial looks absolutely massive when it doesn't really need to. So proportionally, they've done this well. And again, if you look onto the side element here, you'll see it just fits lovely. Absolutely. Very lightweight to wear. It certainly isn't a bulky watch. Look, you know, it will have some weight to it, of course it will, but in terms of feel and wearing it, it is lovely. I just like it a lot. That white dial with the black indices and whatnot. The lume on it as well, I've got to say, absolutely superb. Let's apply a little bit of thing there. I know you can't necessarily see it because it's still daylight, but absolutely love that lume, and it does last a fair while. It's beautiful. Let me know what you think of this new model. Of course, like I said, I don't feel that there is a massive difference visually between the previous version, the 216570, but take the watch for what it is rather than comparing it to the previous version. It is just a beautiful masterpiece of one of the starters of the sports range within Rolex. Let me know what you feel. Thank you very much for watching my video. I have some more watches coming through to the channel very, very shortly, and I hope you stay tuned. If you like it, hit the thumbs up button and do subscribe. Thank you.